The alarm rings in a small dark bedroom, and tired eyes slowly open to face another day. In the bathroom mirror, a young man stares at his exhausted reflection, wondering where his life went wrong. The kitchen offers nothing but an empty fridge and one last slice of bread. At the bus stop, rain pours down as the bus drives past without stopping. He enters a corporate office building with nervous steps, only to sit in the boss's office and receive the letter that ends everything: terminated. The elevator ride down feels like sinking into darkness. On the crowded city street, hundreds pass by, but no one sees his pain. A park bench becomes his refuge as he holds his head in his hands. The ATM screen glows with a harsh truth: $43.27 remain. His phone buzzes with another rejection email. Back at his apartment, an eviction notice hangs on the door like a final verdict. He packs his entire life into cardboard boxes and walks away from everything he built. His new home becomes a corner of his parents' garage, where he unpacks his belongings and faces rock bottom. But rock bottom becomes a foundation. At a dusty desk, he opens an old laptop and begins researching. The public library becomes his university as he reads business books and fills notebooks with ideas. On the garage floor, he sketches his first product concept. Late nights turn into early mornings as his hands build a rough prototype. In a quiet coffee shop, he creates a simple website. At the post office, he mails his first product sample with trembling hope. Back in the garage, he refreshes his email again and again, waiting for something, anything. Then it happens. A notification appears: new order received. He carefully packs that first order with his own hands and ships it at the delivery center with a small smile, breaking through the pain. But success does not come easy. A one-star review notification destroys his confidence. Refund requests pile up in his inbox. The bank stamps his loan application denied. Returned packages stack high in the garage corner. Sleep becomes impossible as he stares at the bedroom ceiling. Cold water on his face cannot wash away the exhaustion. Unpaid bills cover the kitchen table. A supplier demands overdue payment. On a rainy day, he sits on the same park bench, ready to quit everything. But in his old bedroom, he discovers a childhood drawing of his dreams, and something reignites in his eyes. He returns to the workbench and redesigns his product with better quality. The library welcomes him again as he studies marketing strategies. A whiteboard fills with new plans. On busy streets, he hands out flyers while most people ignore him. At a night market, he sets up a small booth and waits. One customer stops, then another. Cash exchanges hands, and a genuine smile returns. In the garage, he counts his earnings and feels hope growing. He records a product video on his phone and posts it online. Followers start growing slowly. Multiple order notifications light up his screen. 5 packages ship from the post office. A 5-star review arrives, and he screenshots it immediately. He moves into a small rented office and frames his business license on the wall. Progress feels real. Then disaster strikes again. A big competitor launches the same product with more resources. The sales graph crashes on his analytics dashboard. An investor withdraws and walks away. His bank account plummets toward zero. Unsold inventory fills the warehouse. He works alone in an empty office with flickering lights until exhaustion takes over and he collapses on the floor. He wakes up in a hospital bed with an IV in his arm. Rain streaks down the hospital window as he reflects on everything. A motivational book becomes his companion during recovery. Standing before his bathroom mirror at home, he takes a deep breath and refocuses. At his desk, he analyzes every failure and makes a detailed list. In his notebook, he writes 2 words: new plan. In the kitchen, he cooks a healthy meal, finally caring for himself. The bedroom alarm is set for 5 in the morning. Discipline begins now. The gym sees him every morning as his body grows stronger. Sunrise jogs through the city bring new energy. At his home office, he pivots his entire business model. A networking event at a co-working space opens new doors. Over coffee, a mentor shares valuable advice. In a conference room, he pitches to investors with newfound confidence. His phone lights up with the words investment approved. He signs a lease for a larger office and holds the keys like treasure. A team begins working alongside him. A factory starts mass production. The warehouse buzzes with orders shipping out rapidly. A viral moment sends his numbers exploding. A magazine features him as a rising entrepreneur. He appears on podcasts sharing his journey. A conference stage holds him as he delivers his first keynote speech to a clapping audience. Everything changes. He drives through the city in his own car. A skyscraper lobby welcomes him as he walks toward a major corporation. A glass elevator rises to the top floor with the city sprawling below. In an executive boardroom, he negotiates the deal of his lifetime. A handshake seals the signed contract. In his private office, he looks at framed rejection letters as reminders. He calls his parents with tears streaming down his face. At their home, he hugs them tightly and hands them keys to a new house. They see their new home for the first time, and joy overflows. A magazine cover names him a self-made success. He stands on a stadium stage, speaking to 10,000 people who once felt like him. At a charity event, he donates generously, giving back everything the world gave him. He returns to the original garage and touches the old desk where it all began, remembering every struggle. His penthouse office overlooks the entire city skyline. In the bathroom mirror, he sees a confident man looking back with a slight smile. Finally, on a rooftop at sunrise, he opens his arms wide as golden light washes over him. This is not the ending. This is the beginning of everything he was meant to become. Every failure was a lesson. Every tear was fuel. Every rejection was redirection. And now, the world belongs to those who never stop believing.